You use the word peel twice, so let me hang on to that word.
Yes.
Yes, in a way, peeling is what is needed. If you want to see, you must peel your eyes. Very simple. If you have your eyelids down, you can't see. Similarly, if you want to see anything, you need to peel because this is the nature of our vision. Unless something is opened, we can't see it. When it comes to the individual human being, we cannot open this body because if you break it, you can't fix it. So what is physical, you don't have to open because what is peeling in physicality is just a question of creating distance. See, this is a fact that you and me as we sit here, well, I have a body, you have a body. This body, we were not born like this. We were born only like this and we became like this. We became like this by the food that we consume. Yes, it is just accumulation of food or it's just a piece of the planet. As I said earlier, most people don't understand that the soil that we walk upon and the body that we carry are not different. Not different at all, it's just a little bit of loan that we have taken from Mother Earth. When it's time, we must put it back joyfully, but most people crib about that, they don't want to return the loans that they have taken. Mother Earth is
Right.
generous to give you what you want, but when it's time, she collects it atom by atom. She won't let you keep anything. So having said that, what you accumulate, whatever it is, whether it's body, money, wealth, clothes, this, that, including impressions, experiences, relationships, all this we gathered. What we gather can belong to us, but cannot be us, isn't it? So if we have to gather so much body and so much mind, there must be something more fundamental to this. That is unexperienced by most of the humanity today because the social focus is not there. Right now everybody is going about as if economy is the ultimate nature of life. You know, the economic figures are the ultimate nature of life. Economy is
Yes.
just glorified survival process. People used to hunt, gather and survive, then they did agriculture and survived. Now we're doing stock market and surviving, it doesn't matter what we're doing, but it is just a survival process getting more and more complex. So, we are getting so entangled in this complexity, right now it's become like this, at least for the educated class in this world, the soul of humanity is economy. Nobody is talking anything else anywhere you go, only economy, economy, economy. Because this whole madness of survival, the bar of survival being raised and raised and raised endlessly is going on. So here, there is, we are in United States, which is supposed to be the most affluent nation in the world. Well, with affluence, what should happen? Why would a human being look for affluence? Initially, it's about choice of nourishment. If I have money, if I have affluence, I can eat what I want, that's how it starts. Then it's a choice of lifestyle. So the most affluent society on the planet where there's an enormous choice of nourishment and an enormous choice of lifestyles, well, 70% they say are on prescription medication. Their healthcare bill is over $3 trillion. It's bigger than India's economy with 1.4 billion people what we have, all right? I'm saying if you had choice of nourishment and choice of lifestyle, you must be at the peak of your physical and mental health, isn't it? Both physical health and mental health is becoming a serious issue simply because you have not addressed the most fundamental aspects of being human. Because who you are is being created from within you. If you don't take charge of that, if you don't access that, it doesn't matter what you gather around you, everything will just mock at you. Your big buildings, your endless amount of bungalows and palaces will only mock at you. Your massive cars are mocking at you right now. Now you want to see how you want to do something different, but how difficult it is to do something different. I am not against any of the things that I am mentioning. It's up to you what you want to have. If only you understand it's only an accessory to life, life is throbbing within you. Rest are accessories. How many accessories do you need? Well, it's individual choice. I don't want this to be my decision. You may need, let's say, 10 accessories. I may need 2. This is our choice. It's perfectly fine. As long as both of us are conscious, what we have gathered is only accessories. This is not life. Life is something that happens within us, but that's not even come into people's experience. Right now, the physiological compulsions and psychological demands are being understood as life. What you think and feel is not your life, it's just your psychological drama. You can think whatever you want, yes? But unfortunately, most people can't think whatever they want. They are structured as to how to think. And all the human suffering is coming from this. See, there are only 2 kinds of sufferings: physical suffering, mental suffering. Is there any other suffering in a human life? Only these 2. So the simplest thing, because you talked about peeling, the entire system of yoga, the entire spiritual process, if it is scientifically handled, is just this. Right now, we have what is called as inner engineering. The basic practice is this. If you sit here, your body is here, your mind is out there, what is you is little away from you. These 2 things. Once there is a space between you and your body, once there is a space between you and your mind, this is the end of suffering. Because these are the only 2 things where you suffer. You also suffer these things not because body is suffering, not because mind is suffering, simply because you have been given a very sophisticated mechanism, but you don't bother to read the user's manual. That's why you're suffering. You don't know how to handle it. Human beings are suffering their own intelligence, isn't it? Most human beings are only suffering their intelligence. Very few places have war zones, famines, this, that. They're unfortunate situations which need to be fixed. But most of the human beings are suffering their own intelligence. So what the problem is evolutionary, I'm saying. If you gave them the brain of an earthworm, they would all be peaceful. They would be very peaceful, I'm saying. So right now people are going about propagating peace is the ultimate goal of life. I'm asking you, how do I address you? Highness?
Noor.
Excellency? Huh?
Noor is fine.
Noor is fine. So I'm asking you, if you are not even peaceful, can you enjoy the meal that you eat? No. Can you enjoy a handful of people around you if you're not peaceful? Your dear ones, your children, your spouse, whoever else is around you who are most dear to you, even they become horrible when you are not peaceful, isn't it?
True.
When you are experiencing a certain turmoil, do you see all of them become horrible? Not that they are behaving horribly. I'm saying in your experience, everybody becomes an irritant, isn't it? Only when you are peaceful, you can look at them and enjoy them. You can eat what you eat and you enjoy them. You can enjoy this space in your home or wherever you are, you can enjoy that, only if you're peaceful. So I'm asking, is peace the most fundamental requirement within us, or is this the ultimate goal of life that you want to do in heaven? Unfortunately, this whole thing has been turned upside down by non-practicing or what to say, very enterprising spirituality, where there is no inner experience. They just read 2 books and then they all become spiritual teachers all over the world, and they've messed up human mind in such a bad way, that now people are saying suffering is an inevitable part of human life. I am asking you, is it your choice right now, this moment, Noor, this moment, is it your choice to sit here joyfully or cause some misery to yourself? Is it your choice or no?
Definitely.
So, it is your choice, this moment means it's your choice every moment of your life, because your entire life happens in this moment, isn't it?
Correct.
You never experienced an yesterday or a tomorrow, but people suffer what happened 10 years ago, they still suffer. What may happen day after tomorrow, they already suffer. This means they're suffering human faculties, they are not suffering life. A vivid sense of memory and a fantastic sense of imagination is what makes us very different from every other creature on this planet. The richness of human life is only because we have such a vivid sense of memory and we have a fantastic imagination. But this is what 99% of the human beings are suffering. They're suffering their memory and their imagination. Essentially, they're complaining about evolution. I'm saying to get us to this level of cerebral capability, it took millions of years of work, millions of years to make an amoeba into such a complex life. It took millions of years of work and now people are suffering that. How bad is that?